Well, I think basically it may have been his second State of the Union speech, but I think it was the longest ever in US history, going on nearly an hour and a half. A lot of domestic stuff, as you can imagine, because it's the time he reaches into people's homes who don't look at politics very much. Also, with 2 years to go until the next presidential election, let's face it, this is kind of his kickoff for his second term, or running for his second term. But when it comes to foreign policy, he did make headlines. In fact, the big headline was over in the nuclear sphere. He basically said that he would meet DPRK leader Kim Jong-un for a second summit.
Much work remains to be done, but my relationship with Kim Jong-un is a good one. Chairman Kim and I will meet again on February 27th and 28th in Vietnam.
We were led to believe that maybe we're going to get some sort of announcement about a meeting between US President Trump and President Xi Jinping. We did not get that. On other nuclear areas also, the US pullout of the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Agreement, he basically said he would like another deal, perhaps including China, but, and this is a big but, if there wasn't another treaty, he would basically advocate an arms race in this area. He also mentioned China trade. Let's take a listen to sort of optimistic President Trump.
I have great respect for President Xi, and we are now working on a new trade deal with China. But it must include real structural change to end unfair trade practices, reduce our chronic trade deficit, and protect American jobs.
The applause there. Now we'll see how much those words mean, of course, when the US negotiating team goes back to Beijing after Lunar New Year. As you know, last week, Yu He, the Vice Premier, and his team were here in Washington.